Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So I grabbed this Love Posh fall sticker book. I'm not sure if it's still available, but I will link her shop down below either way. Most of the stickers have 2 sheets, one that's clear and then one that's on paper. And I like how there are a variety of designs. And then in the back, there are boxes that color coordinate. So that makes it even easier to pull a whole spread together with one sticker book. I will grab my Mojo Jojo Plans black boxes later down the line, but I really like the variety of stickers in this book. There are also a few quotes on the very last page. So it's feeling very fall here, and I wanted to use this particular set. So I will go ahead and use a post-it note just to mark where they are in the book. So if the book gets closed, I don't have to hunt for them again. And then I will also mark off where the color coordinating boxes are. And then I will, of course, also need to grab some washi tape that can coordinate. I will start by grabbing my go-to washies here. These are all my grids and my text and just some different backgrounds as well as my favorite black and white options. I was originally going to grab this lavender grid washi tape because there was just a little bit of lavender, but I didn't think that there was enough to pull that color in. So I'm thinking either this text background or my favorite black and white striped washi, or I will also grab a couple orange options just in case I need to bring more orange in, which I doubt it since there is so much orange on the stickers, but I wanted to have that option in front of me in case I decided to go that way. So this is my faith page, and the basis of it comes from Squared Plans on Etsy, and her link will be down below as well. But I'm going to go ahead and decorate this page. I have not been very good about using it, so this may get repurposed into something else more functional. I've really been leaning into making this whole little weekly packet a purely functional and like just the facts items of the week and nothing extraneous. So we'll see what I end up coming up with for this front page. I'm leaning towards either like meal planning or grocery lists, or I don't know. If you have ideas of those functional items that you think I'm missing, let me know down below. So I wanted to use this quote, but it is on clear sticker paper. So I wanted to back it with something, and the boxes in the Live Love Posh sticker book weren't big enough to put the quote on. So I did grab the Mojo Jojo boxes sticker book, just the black boxes, and I'm going to cut one of these very large squares down to size so that it fits the sticker or the quote sticker perfectly. And I don't use those huge stickers very often, so I don't mind cutting one down and using it here. And of course, I'm going to grab for my favorite black and white washi tape. I really need to start conserving this because I can't find any more. I found one roll on Etsy, but that may be the end of it. It is my favorite go-to washi tape, but I will use it here, and I need to keep in the back of my head that this is the only roll I have left. But I will use it to cover up the tracker that was down at the bottom and then tuck another sticker in above it before I move on to my weekly spread. And I will skip these pages for now. They did flip-flop, and I'll explain why in just a minute, but let's go ahead and lay out the week. I'm going to start by just dropping in the basics for the week. I did something to mess up the one that I had the times on it and the lines and all that. Something happened, I messed that up. So I just went back to the blank template, and I'm going to handwrite everything in this week. Hopefully next week I will have that fixed up, but as you can probably tell by my voice, I've been under the weather, so the bare minimum this week. including a lot of sleep and rest. So hopefully I am back to 100% by tomorrow, but we shall see. So anything above that top line is things like birthdays, or if the kids don't have school, or anything that lasts more than a couple hours on my calendar, that all goes up above that solid line. And then everything below is either a making all the plans item, or sometimes I will put my home tasks down there as well. I did go ahead and white out the lines in the sidebar so that I don't have to necessarily break them down that way. I always put my meal planning and any errands in this area. Now, one thing I don't love about the Mojo Jojo Plans black boxes, or probably any of our boxes, I didn't necessarily count, but there are only 6 lines on these boxes. I really wish that there were 7 so that I could do my meal planning in these boxes as well. But I will find another solution to do my meal plans at the top of the page, and then I will use this bottom box for errands that I need to run this week. I did leave that sticker popped up a little bit in case I wanted to tuck something behind it. I am famous for laying down my stickers and then deciding that I want to tuck something underneath. So I was trying to be proactive. I am running my washi tape down almost below that line. It overlaps the line just a little bit, but that way it gives me the maximum amount of functional space for my plans. But I do this frequently because it doesn't take up functional space and it brings in some of the design elements. I am going to overlap the sticker on both pages, so I wanted to try and get my pages lined up as best as I could, and then I will just use my scissors to cut that apart and trim off the little bit of extra that I have hanging off the page. And since I have been out for almost, wow, almost 3 weeks off of work. I've been in the office 2 days in the last 3 weeks, and then a few hours here and there. But I know that this week is going to be a crazy week going back to work. I know that I need to be in the office at least Tuesday and Wednesday, probably Thursday as well. So I really want to make sure that I leave area open because I'm betting I will be like sketching out my week for work, which I don't normally do on this spread, but I'm betting that I will start writing in notes probably Sunday evening or Monday morning when I'm working at home. So I'm going to drop in boxes this week for soccer games, and there's a lot. And I also forgot one. So my son has a game Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 2 on Saturday. And really, when he has a weeknight game, it takes up the whole night, even if it's just a 5:30 game. Half the time he stays for the girls' game as well. Frequently, our school is so small, they don't usually play varsity and JV on the same night. So normally, if it's a varsity boys game, the varsity girls will also play, and the same with JV. So a lot of times we're either there longer, or at least my son is there longer, and it messes up dinner most nights. So it's been rough, and I really need to work on doing some more crockpot meals so that we can eat better, more balanced meals. Even though we have had a few leftovers here and there, it isn't even enough to cover the nights where we have soccer. So these crockpot meals are going to happen, even though none of us in the house really like them. It's just going to be a necessity for this season of life. And I peeked ahead at next week, and he also has games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday again. So, really, we're going to have to get into a better routine. And not to mention football Friday nights, where both kids go to the football game if it's a home game. So, just another night to try to figure out how to feed everybody. So Monday, my kids don't have school at the district school, but my son does have to still go to the career tech school in the morning, which he's pretty not happy about. But then I have a couple meetings. Again, we have soccer, and something that got added to the calendar is my son's girlfriend is coming over for a little bit Monday afternoon. So it will be a packed Monday. Tuesday, for some reason, most of our meetings are canceled, but there is a online conference that I'd like to attend most of the day. And then I have to run home for a parent-teacher conference. And I scheduled it a little earlier than probably necessary because it was very unclear whether my son needed to go to the conference with me or if it was just me. So I wanted to make it early enough where if he needed to be at the conference, we could both go to the conference and he could still get to the game in plenty of time. So we'll just have to see what the teacher says. Wednesday, I'll be on site for a meeting, and now you'll see why I use erasable pen. I wrote this meeting on the incorrect day, so I needed to move it back over to Tuesday. But that is the beginning of the week. The end of the week seems pretty painless, hopefully. So I'll just draw in my son's soccer practices and then a couple meetings. And really, it looks like a simple week, knock on wood. I know that I need to spend some time at the data center and catching up. I know there's a lot to catch up on. So it will be a busy week, but at least I don't have a ton of meetings splattered through. And then Saturday, I know that at least one grandparent is coming to watch the games, but there may be other people up as well. So I'm guessing we will do some pulled pork this weekend, just so that we are prepared for a crowd if we have it. And then I'll go through and color code. My purple is about dead, so I'm thinking I left the lid off. I do have backups of the purple though, so not to worry. I am also very glad that Monday and Tuesday's games are at home at least. That makes life a little bit easier and gives me a little bit of time at home. And I've mentioned in previous videos, but if we play away, normally the closest we play is 45 minutes. So it really does take up pretty much the whole evening. Let's jump over to the tasks page though. I am going to decorate this like I normally do with a little bit of washi tape and a few stickers here and there, but I did flip-flop the order of these pages, and that is because I like to put my post-it notes on that empty tasks page, which is all fine and good, and it didn't really matter where that was, but then I would write all my tasks out on the other page with the grid, and I would have to flip back and forth between the grid and my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because it was back to back. And this way I'll be able to lay out my whole week and have that grid so that when I'm trying to actually lay out my week, it can all be out together and I'm not trying to flip back and forth or remember when a video was supposed to go live. So hopefully that makes sense, but I will talk about it a little bit more tomorrow when I start breaking down my week because that's where the problem was, and that's going to be a new solution that hopefully I will really like. I don't love that I'm doing them out of order, but I think that this will definitely help me when I'm going to lay out my week. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm really liking these fall vibes. So I hope that everybody has a great week, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.